resettling home is a big deal. You don't know until you're ready to make it. Then you begin to realize, oh, this is a big deal. Thank you all so much for this opportunity. My gratitude to the organizers, as well as the executive of the Ghana Union, and whoever are involved in this particular movement. It's a great opportunity given me, and I really do appreciate. So my name is Philip Kwesi Odame Arthur, who is the past chairman of the AGIT, which is Association of Ghanaians in Thailand. So I held the position for one term and I handed over. Yeah. And I've stayed in Thailand for 9 years now, almost 9 years now. Okay, so resettling back home. Yeah, resettling back home. That's our topic. So today we are giving useful tips on how to successfully repatriate home. I want to share something out of the little experience that I've had, coming home with a mindset of resettling. Now, resettling can be a very difficult thing. It can really give you headache. Seriously, it can give you headache. What am I going to do? What am I going to engage in? How is home, especially if you've stayed in Thailand for so long or stayed abroad for so long? How is it going to be like? I'm wondering what it's going to be like when I get home and all that. You don't know how the system has gotten to be and all that. It becomes kind of a headache, to you. So that is why I feel like it's an important topic for us to consider. Okay, it's an important topic for us to consider. So one thing I want you to also note, this is not only for those who want to settle permanently home. It is not for only those who want to settle permanently home. It can be for someone who wants to come home just to establish a business and get back. Okay, just establish a business and get back. And we're going to talk about that. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Okay, very good. Once again, let me tell you, I'm not an expert on this. I'm going to share my experience and give you a few tips here and there for you to understand. Okay, very good. So now let's get straight into the subject. I'm going to give points here and then I will expatiate on them. I'm going to give some points here and I will expatiate on them. So please indulge me for the next 40 minutes or so whilst I do this. Okay, very good. I believe this is being recorded, so at the end of the meeting it can be also passed on to fellow members. First of all, let me go to helpful strategies. Okay, now one of it is preparation starts now. Preparation starts now. You don't have to wait. Once you are there, now begin to think about how to go back home. When you are ready to go back home, what are you going to do? You start preparing now. Maybe you just go to Thailand. Please start thinking about it. Now, what do you want to go back to is the next question. What do you want to go back to? What do you want to go back to? So in your preparations, you begin to think about what you want to go back to. Maybe you've stayed in Thailand for more than a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, or maybe 10 years. I know people who've stayed in Thailand for over 15 years, some over 20 years, people I know personally. Okay, very good. So, but sometimes what is their problem is, so if I'm going back home, what am I even going back to? They think about it. What am I going back to? Well, now, what you are going back to could be talking about family, talking about where you're going to stay, talking about friends, talking about the job or business you are going to do when you go back home. Okay, especially probably if you're a professional. Okay, if you're a professional in the teaching field, it's a different story altogether. You've stayed abroad for over 10 years, 15 years. You've aged. Can you get back into the education system here? Okay, maybe to the mainstream to go and start working, or you're going to come establish your own school. Okay, so what are you going to go back to? Is it going to be business or some stuff? Okay, those are some of the things you could be considering. So what you have to do is to research and settle on that first. Research and settle on that first. Now, researching could mean that begin to listen to people, begin to listen to programs, begin to listen to other people who have repatriated home. You go on YouTube, there are a lot. Okay, there are a lot of people you can listen to. There are a lot of people you can begin to consider them. Okay, you begin to consider them. And I can, of course, make a few recommendations here and there, okay, with people like that. Note that it doesn't have to be just one venture. You don't have to come home to settle on one venture. Seriously, if you put all your eggs in one basket, if the basket breaks, I mean, you'll be in trouble. So it is important you consider that you are not coming home to just one venture. You could do many other things. You could have your main thing and then do other things. Okay, you can have your main thing and do other things. For those of you who are Christians here, you know that in the Garden of Eden there were streams, many streams there. Okay, and I remember Masmoro used to teach on that and tell us that it meant that you are not supposed to just be on one stream of thing. Diversify, do other things. Okay, but that doesn't also mean that you don't have to master one thing and then expand it to other things. Okay, so think about that. We'll get into that. So think about that. The third thing will be, see if you can get someone of trust to start that business while you are away. See if you can get someone of trust to start that business with while you are away. Okay, if you can't find it, then keep saving that money, because I tell you, there's nothing as sweet as opportunity, okay, or chance, okay, meeting opportunity meeting preparation, opportunity or chance meeting preparations. Okay, so in case you are not sure who to trust to start a business back home for you or to start with and stuff like that, just save your money. Okay, just keep saving your money. Now we'll talk about this thing again. Okay, but just keep saving that money. Okay, so that once there's an opportunity, you're already prepared. Okay, once there's opportunity or there's a chance, you're already prepared with the money. I know people who have money, but they don't exactly know what to do. Okay, so when you have the money and at least something comes up, you know that I can put it here. It's better than to get that opportunity and not prepare with the money to be able to invest into it. Okay, somebody could come to you now and tell you, hey, there's this $1 million opportunity. You can invest here and get this amount of money. But what if you don't have that money at that time? People who have that money at that time will take advantage of it. So please, if you cannot, but try. There are family people, there are friends, okay? There are trusted friends, trusted business people and all that who you can find, okay? Don't think that it's all foregone. And as for Ghana, Uduzika Bobi, BBD, and all that kind of thing, there are still good people here. There definitely will be challenges. It's not going to be that smooth. There are going to be challenges, but I'm sure you can still find someone. But if you think you cannot, if you're not sure, okay, please then save the money until the time comes that you are here to start something. Okay. So let's go on to the next one. Still on helpful strategies. The fourth one is, at least before you get home, okay, a year or two before you finally move to your home country, be it Ghana, be it Uganda, be it Kenya, be it wherever, before at least a year to that, go visit home, or at least 2 years to that, go visit home. Okay, go and visit home. It is very, very important. You cannot just move your things and pack everything and say that, oh, as for me, I'm going to settle back home, when you are not even sure of what you have to do. Okay, when you are not even sure of what you have to do. So it is important to note this. Okay, it is important to know this. Okay, it is important to note this. It is very, very important. Don't just pack your things and say, I'm going home, I'm going to settle home. No, it will be wrong on your part. It will be a big mistake on your part. First of all, I'll demand or I'll ask you, visit home a year before or 2 years before, go home, and then why is this so? Why is this so? Now, the reasons why you need to visit home, the first thing is, you need to do that to realign yourself with things back home. Do not think that when you left Ghana or Kenya or Uganda or Nigeria 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, even 1 year, don't think that things are still the same. Things are not still the same. Things are not still the same as you left it. Okay? People have changed. The economy has changed. Probably governments have changed hands. Okay? And all these things affect, okay, the economy and what you have to do and why you're coming back. Okay? So please note it that these things can really affect your coming back. So you need to come back home and realign yourself with things back home. Okay? How are things going with family? How are things going with the business environment and all that? You need to get back home to check on that. Okay? So it is very important that you come back home first. Okay? Very good to realign yourself with how things are, your psyche and all that. Now, especially if you have been away for long. Yes, especially if you have been away for long. Okay, if you have been away for a long time, especially, then please, you need this. Then the next point is this. It helps you to survey the market you want to enter into. Now, maybe you've decided on what you want to do. Okay, it's important you come back home to, help yourself survey the market on the particular venture or that market you want to venture into. Okay, you need to come back home to survey it, to make sure that this thing that you want to get into, what are the challenges, what are the strategies you can use, and all that, to be able to enter into it. Okay, that will help you. Okay, just that surveying will help you. You need to ask questions around, find out from people how they are going about that business and all that. Now, you may have a certain mindset of where you are coming from and how to bring it into the system here. Okay, so it's important that you look at it from the angle of, the people back home. Okay, then you marry the two so you know how best to go about it. Okay, very good. Now, the next thing is, see if you can start that business before you return. Now, once you come back home, okay, for that survey, for that visit to finally move home, see whatever business you have in mind. After you have realigned yourself with the things back home, after you have surveyed the market you want to enter into, try and see if you can start that business before you return. Can you start that business before you return? Do you have somebody you can trust? Okay, then if you're going to start that business before you return, then it means that you're going to spend a time here, maybe at least a month. So you could use your long vacation, okay, maybe in April, May, okay, in April, May to do that. Okay, that is the long. So the moment school vacates, you make sure at least you have at least about a month, okay, at least about a month. And then you are concentrated on that. Come home, check it out, use 1 week or two to survey and all that. And then maybe you can have some time to start a business and spend like a month extra to make sure that things are on course before you return. Now, you're returning this case because you know you're not going to stay too long and you're going to return. That's why you are starting a business. Okay. But if you're not sure that there's anyone or there's no one who can handle for you, then please wait until you come back and then come and start it yourself. Okay. And there are certain businesses that you can start and leave and go. But we're going to talk about that. There are certain businesses you can start and leave, and then you know that whilst you're away, it can still go smoothly for you. There are some you don't even have to try at all, because if you leave it, by the time you come back, it may have really been turned into something else. Okay, very good. Even if it's with a person you trust, Okay, very good. Now let's carry on to the next, and know that is if there is someone trustworthy to help you with it. Okay, so that is if you know there is someone trustworthy to help you with it. Note that. Now let's go on. What are some of the recommended business? I'm going straight to the points because we don't have too much time. So what are some of the recommended businesses? Okay, what are some of the recommended businesses? Now, some of these recommended businesses will be farming. Okay, will be farming. Now, farming is booming in Ghana. If you are following the trend, farming is the deal here. And when it comes to Africa, farming is what we thrive with. In Africa, farming is what we thrive with. We have arable lands, okay, lands available. Especially in Ghana, we have lands available. And wherever you are planting, God has blessed our land so much that whatever you are planting, it's working, it's moving on smoothly. Okay, so farming is good. Now, the farming you can look at agro farming, which is, food produce and all that, or you can look at aqua farming. Okay, you can go and get a land, 1 acre, 2 acre land, okay, outside Accra or outside the main cities. Okay, outside Accra, outside the main cities, and you can get people, you can get people to farm those lands for you. Okay, you can grow cassava, which is going very, because cassava it's vast. Cassava is vast. There are a lot of things you can do with cassava. Of course, you can do your popular gari, you can do starch, which now we have industrial starch which you can sell, okay, and all that. Okay, then also so many other things. Okay, the side of the cassava that you peel off and all that. Those all things are things that you can use. Okay, very good. And then also you can look at maize. Okay, planting maize. Okay, these are things you plant, you need them, and then give it time, and then and then there is a aqua part of it. Okay, now the aqua is going into fishes. Okay, and then of course that fishes like tilapia, like catfish, okay, and all those ones. Okay, and of course there is the other part of maybe like piggery and maybe like animal husbandry, they call it. Okay, so you can talk about piggery, you can talk about, I mean, sheep rearing, you can talk about cow rearing, and all those things, which will definitely make you money in the long run. Okay, and these are all long-term things. Okay, these are long-term stuff. Okay, very good. Then you could also look at rentals. Okay, you could also look at rentals. Okay, so when it comes to rentals, you're talking about renting out chairs, tables, and canopies, and then even cars. Okay, and then of course you can go into houses like Airbnb and all those rental stuff. Okay, so which means that, okay, so I didn't write it here, but I mean house rentals is part of it. Okay, housing rentals is part of it. So you can decide to even put up that one is even the most easiest and also less risky. Now, what happens is that you buy a land, you put up a building, and you can let the tenants pay the money directly into your account. And then you can also, on the other hand, when the tenants can pay directly to you, then you can contract someone to do regular visits to that rental, which is like a property management staff. Okay, maybe it can be individual, it can be a company, property, I mean, management company, who can then be checking up on the building and taking the monies, or they can pay directly to you, and then somebody is there to check regularly to make sure that the tenants are keeping the place all right. When the time for someone to move out and stuff like that, there's somebody to help to make sure that the room is okay and all that. You put out. Now in Thailand, you have learned so much. Especially if you're in Thailand, you will learn so much about house rentals and rules and what do you call it, tenancy agreements, which are really good. Okay, I've adopted it myself since I came. I've adopted the style that we do in Thailand when it comes to renting out houses. Okay, at least I've stayed in houses for long. I've seen the rules they give you and the tenancy agreements and all that. You can apply it here. It works. Okay, I'm applying it. It works. Okay, very good. So those are other things you could look into. And the rental business is one of the hassle-free businesses you can engage in. Then you could also look at import and exports. Okay, you can look at import and export. And you are blessed. If you're in Thailand, you are blessed, because over there you can find good quality stuff. Okay, good. It can be t-shirts, it can be electronics, it can be shirts, it can be all those things which you can import from Thailand. Okay, when you're in Thailand, or export from Thailand when you're over there. Okay, when you're in Ghana, you can import. When you're over there, you can export. And that one you can also start even before you come home. You identify people you can give them to you. Once it gets here, you let your cargo shipper, or whether your shipper supply it to those people, and then they pay your money to you. Okay, so you can do that. You can do that. Then what's next? Okay, so you can look at that. Then car washing bay. Okay, car washing bay. When I was coming, I bought a spray gun. All these things you can find it in Thailand. Okay, I bought a spray gun for car washing. Okay, for car washing, it's kind of real cheaper in Thailand, and I probably want to even start distributing it around. I'll go to a few car washing days to see if they might be interested. Then I can import and give them the machine to sell to them. Okay, and then also you can do that if you have a place you can identify. You can go there and then at least talk to the people, at least a place that is closer to the road and stuff like that. Okay, then you do the car washing. Now remember, car washing is it's advantageous, because when you are doing car washing, you are looking at two things. You can have a bar and then with the car washing together. So the car washing and then a bar or an eatery. Okay, the car washing, a bar, and an eatery. So people, when they come there, of course, when they come to park their cars to wash them, they don't just have to be sitting down bored. They can buy some drinks. They can buy some food to eat. Okay, you can add some music there, and then people would have fun over there whilst they're washing their cars and waiting. Okay, so that is a very good thing. I see a few car wash around, and you know, when you go there and they are washing your car, you just go and sit down. There is nothing to offer you. Okay, so these are things that you can consider. Okay, very good. And you can do a fiada bosso over there. You can do a fiada bosso. Yeah, Friday evenings, people can come there, and whilst they are washing their cars, they are chilling, and some good music or live band going on, and people would want to even come there. Yeah, okay, very good. And then also you can invest in other people's business. Now, this is it. You don't have the time, or you are not around, which is, I mean, talking about availability and distance. So you can identify people who are already into certain businesses. Okay, talk to them and invest in them, and they will give you a certain percentage. So then that means your money is working for you. your money is working for you. So you can invest in other people's businesses. Approach them, somebody you know you can trust, invest some money. And now when you're doing that, that one is this. You would invest a little bit. Let's say maybe it's an investment of, let's say, 10,000 Ghana cedis. You start trusting the person with maybe about 5,000 Ghana cedis. Let the person give you certain results. Okay, let the person give you certain results. Once you see that the business is going on and things, and it's giving you good returns, and it's being honest with you and open to you, then you now put more. Okay, now you put more. Sometimes it may not be that the returns are coming immediately, but you see that the person is giving you proper accounting and showing you what he's doing with the money. You can then now reinvest, like you top up your investment, maybe to 7,000, then finally to the 10,000, so you can know what shares you are getting in that. Okay, so that one you need to strategize. Know that, okay, if I'm investing 10,000 into the business, what is the percentage you are giving you? Okay, good. I'm getting maybe 10%. Okay, if I'm getting 10%, I'm going to invest that 10% over a year period. Okay, to go to a certain agreement. So once the person is being accountable to you and showing you what is going on and all that, then you add until you get to that 10,000, which gives you a 10% share in that company. Okay, very good. Please, like I said already, I'm not let's say a total expert on that, but you can get some wisdom in here and research more on that. Okay, and research more on that. Okay, finally, you could also invest in stocks. Okay, now that is a lazy man's approach. That one, there's no risk. Okay, especially if you identify the correct business, especially government institutions. Okay, or well-established, companies like MTN, like Vodafone, like what do you call it? Cocoa processing company, some of these gold companies and all that. You can find the right places like Goil and all those people. You can invest and then you can make good money from there. Relaxed. Okay, relax. But that is business. That brings no risk to you. But maybe that money I told you can save, okay, because you've not found the right person to invest in, or find the right business to do, or find the right person to start a business with, or to look over your business for you. That money, instead of just saving it and putting it down in your Thai account, you can send that money home to invest in these stocks. Okay, you invest in these stocks. You can even buy, the easiest one is what the government shares, okay, or let's say what we call the bonds. Okay, you can do the bonds. Okay, or the normal one is 3 months, 6 months. Shares you can buy. Okay, and put that. So that one is those are the easy way out. Those are the easier way out. But if you're not sure, you can start with these ones. And they are, most of them, like MTN, for instance, gives good returns. Okay, their interest rate is high. Okay, so within 6 months, if you invest, you can get a lot. Okay, within 6 months, and then you can continue like that. Okay, very good. So these are the things that are the recommended businesses for you, and things that you can do. All these are businesses. Whether you're investing in stocks, you're investing in other people, car washing, import and export, rentals, farming. These are all things that businesses I can recommend for you to do. Okay, very good. Now, this before I carry on with before you go home finally. One thing that I want to make clear here is this. Please note it. I did not bring it as a point, but please note it very well. It's important. Very, very, very important that you note this. I've been home recently, and before I came home, like I said, one person I've been listening to is Obeying Dako, and he has helped me a lot. The mistake that diasporians do is that coming home and thinking that they've got money so they can just push into the system. It's a big mistake. Now, you're coming home, you want to start a business. Let's say you want to open a bar, or maybe you want to open, let's say, a provision shop. Instead of you going to rent a whole store, okay, and then stocking it. Let's say you live maybe in, let's say, Wija. Okay, that's where I stay. So you live in Wija. And then you go and rent a big shop. You have the money, you think you can do it. Oh, it's just money. Then you take a big shop. Maybe the shop itself is taking about 40 to 50% of your capital. And then you also come and stock it with so many things, thinking that, oh, it will go. And then you employ people, and then they'll be stealing from you and all that. Note this. When you are coming from abroad, you were not working for yourself. Most of us, let me say, about 90% of us are not working for ourselves, because mostly Africans, when we travel out there, a few people open businesses. Like, especially in Thailand, those who have their, let's say, their companies, shipping companies. Okay, they've opened their own businesses. Such people, when they are coming home to do a business, they understand business things already. So it's easier for them to start paying. But you are not sure, you've been working and they pay you. They are paying you monthly salary. And then you come and open this. You don't even have some business acumen and stuff like that. But you still want to go big time and go and invest. And then you don't even understand business. You don't understand the intricacies of business and all that. So you do that, and then the thing will crash, and you're like, Ghana, you only be and I'm comfortable, and then you say all these things because you did not take your time, you didn't wise up, you did not research, you did not listen. Okay, so what I'll advise is this: if you're coming home like that, what you need to do is this. Okay, whatever business you are going into, start small. Start small. Start small. Now, when I got home, I have started rental business aside other business I'm doing. Okay, I have started a rental business. Now, I started even before coming, like about 6 months before I traveled. I had started. Okay, I got somebody who I could trust, and so I bought some few chairs and tables for the person to start with over that. Okay, so with time, when I came, I'm expanding. Now, some of the things I bought may not even be really important in the area that I am. Okay, people are looking for certain particular kind of stuff. So now, supposing that I just bought everything, okay, that I thought that people would want, and then I brought them here. Then you came and you realize that in this area, people don't even need those things in this area. So what do you do? Okay, so why don't you start small, buy a few things, and then when people are coming, the customers will tell you the things that they need. The customers will tell you the things that they need. The customers themselves will tell you. So this one will come. Oh, please, I want to rent a canopy. Do you have the pointed one? I want to rent a canopy. I want a white. Do you have a white one? Oh, I want to rent the canopy. So maybe you went to buy canopies with only black. Like polyester over them. Okay, or black. Then you bought only black. Then you realize, oh, people don't even want the black. They rather want white. Oh, they won't want even the black. They rather want red. So you spent money for nothing. So you start small. Now, I also started aqua business. I'm into catfish now. I had money to have gone straight into 1,000 pieces. But you know what? I started with only 100. And that 100, I've learned so much because taking care of them begins to bring the challenges in handling catfishes. So I know it. Okay. Now, supposing I bought 1,000, the challenges would have overwhelmed me and I would have lost a lot. And I would say, this land is not even a good business. And I would just move on to something else and try like that. Okay. Or I've just lost money. Okay. So I've learned over a month. Before now, I added more. And I'm still expanding. Tomorrow, I'm even buying another set. Okay. And expanding. By the time you realize I have 1,000 with wisdom. And so now, because I was able to handle 100 well, now I'm able to handle 10,000. Now I'm able to handle 1,000. Then I'm expanding. That is how it works. Okay, that's how it works. So you see, that's why I say that you cannot just keep your eggs in one basket. So I'm diversifying. Okay, I'm diversifying. And also the other thing when it comes to also setting home is also trying to understand that business circle that you are entering into. Okay, understand that business. Talk to people. I mean, cast your mind abroad. I mean, wide. Okay, so you can talk to people. You know what people are doing. You know how they are going about their business. If it's possible to join associations and all that, do that. Okay, it will help you to be able to get into that system very well. Okay, get into that system very well. So please note this. Okay, 2 things I've said here which are very important. Do not just throw your money into the business that you don't understand. Because with being abroad, you are being paid. You are not into business. Most of us, we're not into business, we're being paid. So now you want to turn an entrepreneur. You cannot be a successful entrepreneur overnight. It is something that takes time and you build into it.